Big facts here, yo. So where's Will Smith? Will Smith has left the building, ladies and gentlemen, and is nowhere to be seen. Try to look up some news on Will Smith. Can't find any late news on him. So I pretty much think he's ghosting all of us right now, taking some time for himself. He's gotten away right now, secluded somewhere, somewhere where he can reflect on his life, But the interesting part is, Will Smith had a vision about his career, about losing his career, about turmoil in his life. And it says, during a 2-year break, I'm reading this article right here, where Will Smith had an interview with David Letterman. And Will Smith tells David Letterman that during a 2-year acting break, Smith vacationed to Peru and went on 14 ayahuasca journeys. Ayahuasca is a drink, sort of like smoking DMT, where you have visions from the spirit, where you see things about your life. And it's very clear. And they say when you experience those things, it feels more real than a reality where we're in now. So he drunk ayahuasca, and one of the experiences was the individual most hellish psychological experience of his life. He says, I'm drinking, I'm sitting there, and then all of a sudden it's like I start seeing all of my money flying away, and my house is flying away, and my career is gone. Smith said of the vision, and I'm trying to grab for my money and my career. My whole life is getting destroyed. I'm in there and I'm wanting to vomit and all of that. And I hear a voice saying, this is what the buck it is. This is what the buck life is. And I'm going, oh, shit. I'm really not trying to curse on here, y'all. And I'm going, oh, shit. Smith said then he heard his daughter Willow calling out to him, Daddy, help me, Daddy. How come you won't help me? And I'm like, I don't see you, baby, Smith said. The shaman is like, relax, relax, relax. And she tells me, sit up. Then slowly I stopped caring about my money. I just wanted to get to Willow. I stopped caring about my house, about my career. And I get to the point where I settled down and the voice is still at 100%. I still hear Willow screaming. My money is still flying away. But I'm going. And I'm totally calm, even though there's hell going on in my mind. Smith's vision taught him that anything that happens in my life, I can handle it. I can handle any person I lose, including his daughter and his wife and his son and his family. I can handle anything that goes wrong in my life. I can handle anything in my marriage. I can handle anything that this life has to offer me. In the aftermath of Smith slapping Chris Rock at the Oscars, the Academy suspended the actor from his membership for 10 years. Okay, blah, blah, blah. So this is what I've learned from what Will Smith was talking about in my journey for spirituality. That this is all an illusion. We're an illusion. Our family is an illusion. Our kids are illusions. What we have is an illusion. This earth is our life is an illusion. Everything we see around us is just an illusion. and you should have no attachments. So what Will Smith is learning from this, from his taking ayahuasca, is attachments bring suffering. So if you're attached to your money, if you lose it, you're going to suffer. You're going to experience suffering. If you lose your wife, you're going to experience suffering. If you lose your kids, you're going to experience suffering. But you have to know that we're living in an illusion. Your kids are an illusion. Everything is an illusion. So, and this is a game also. So we're in a game. This game is about loving. It's about caring for people. It's about being attached. Once you figure the game out, once you know the game, you don't let it affect you. So you shouldn't have attachments to anything. If you really want to go to another level, like God. You think God is attached to us? If God was attached to us, none of this no bad things will happen on this planet. God is detached from us. That's why all these bad things happen, because God is just dreaming this life. Anyway, God is just dreaming our life. You know, we are essentially God. And if you notice in your dreams, some of the worst things can happen in your dreams. But then when you wake up, you're like, oh, that wasn't real anyway. Same way God is. God is dreaming all the bad things that is happening in this world, but it's not real. So any situation, any incident that we have in our life, any tragedy that we have to really know that none of this shit is real, man. None of this stuff is real. So in Hinduism, they teach that too. When you're not detached, that's when you really ascend to another level, to a God level. When you're not attached to things, because attachment bounds us to earth. It bounds us in it, and I think what happens is we keep repeating, we keep getting reincarnated until we learn not to be attached to these things and to these people anymore, because we are essentially everything. We are essentially God, and we have to let go. And like I said, you see, God has let go. You see, there wouldn't be the atrocities there are in this world if God was attached. So he can't be attached. That's why, like I said, that's why the things happen on this planet is horrible. But you have to realize it's not real. It's all like a dream. It's all an illusion. And so Will Smith's money and Will Smith's ego, he learned to handle it. He said he can handle it. He have to let it go. Essentially he's saying, I have to just let it all go. None of this is real. It's all in my mind. So he hearing Willow screaming. That's part of the game. Daddy, help me. Help me, Daddy, help me. That's part of the game, to keep you attached. But when you sit still and realize it's all a damn illusion, you win the damn game. Because life wants you to get upset. It wants you to be emotional. It wants you to have all the emotions so you can stay attached to this game, to this reality, so you can keep playing this game in this reality. Once you figure out the game, you don't want to play it no more. That's when you ascend to the next level. And so I think Will Smith right now is just taking some time for himself, staying out of the way, staying out of the spotlight, probably down there in Peru again, drinking some more ayahuasca, and having a spiritual journey, having a spiritual experience. Because, like I said in my Tupac video, we are God men, and our life is written. Our life has already been written. So all the steps that we take are not our own steps. The steps that we take has been scripted for us to take. to step in. It was scripted for Will Smith to do what he did. He had no control over that. Just like you have no control over what you're going to do in the future. It's already written what you're going to do. You know, you think you got control, but that's the game. Everything is like a movie. You know, we can rewind the movie, fast forward the movie. The movie has a beginning and an end. And we're in the middle of the movie right now. But the movie has already been done. You know what I'm saying? We're just living in a movie that's already been done already. There's nothing new under the sun. It's amazing, right? It's heavy for a lot of us to hear this. But like I said, science has proven this also, because your brain makes decisions 7 seconds before you even consciously aware of the decision you're going to make. The brain has already made it. And then even before that, consciousness has to connect to the brain like a Wi-Fi. So consciousness already knows what you're going to do before you even do it. And it tells the brain, and then the brain knows what you're going to do before you even consciously aware that there's a decision to be made. So once it hits your consciousness, so once it hits your brain, and once it hits your consciousness, and once you say, okay, I'm thirsty. It was already written that you was going to be thirsty the time you said you was thirsty. And you didn't even have a clue. So that's life. We're kind of like I said, we're actors in this life, scripted actors. Our life is a script already written down. Will Smith showed you that when he went and slapped 9. You know, and if Will Smith wasn't, you know, if Will Smith was not, well, you know that Will Smith, that was totally out of character of him to do that. So what was controlling him to do that? That's just life. What was guiding him to do that? He don't even know. He's just reacting out of a story that has already been laid out for him to go by. It's deep, man. A lot of y'all not going to agree, but that's it. That's real. That's where it at. It's proven by science already, man. That's it. Peace out.